everyone, I am Bhargav, and in this video I am going to acknowledge you about the diffusion process that occurs in the cell membrane. So what is actually diffusion? So diffusion is also known as the passive transport, and in this the transport of substances through cell membrane along the concentration gradient or electrical gradient or both, which is also known as electrochemical gradient, is occurring. It does not require any kind of energy for the process to carry out. So it is like swimming in the direction of water flow of the river. In this, the substance move from higher to the lower concentration region. Hence, it is also called downhill movement. The diffusion is of two types, mainly simple diffusion and facilitated. In simple diffusion, the substance occurs either through lipid layer or protein layer of a cell membrane, while in the facilitated, there would be protein of the cell membrane, the carrier protein of the cell membrane. Thus, the diffusion is of three categories: simple diffusion through lipid layer, simple diffusion through protein layer, and the facilitated or carrier mediated diffusion. In the simple diffusion through lipid layer, the lipid of the cell membrane is permeable only to the lipid soluble substances like oxygen, carbon dioxide, and alcohol. The diffusion through lipid layer is directly proportional to the solubility of the substances in lipid. In the second, which is the simple diffusion through protein layer, in the protein layer of cell membrane, there is permeable to water soluble substance only. So mainly electrolytes diffuses through this layer. Now, the types of protein channels or ion channels. Selectively permeable permeability is the characteristic of the protein channel. Each channel permits only one type of ion to pass through accordingly. Channels are named after the ions mainly, and which diffuses through them, such as sodium channels and potassium channels, etc. Some of the ionic channels are listed below. So, discussing about the first ion channel, which is the sodium channel. Such sodium channel has three subunits, namely alpha, beta, and gamma. Each subunit has its own gene expression. Among the three subunits, one only permits sodium ions, while other two subunits accelerate the activity of the subunit. In voltage-gated channels, a subunit is called NAD. Now, there are 9 isoforms of subunits which are located on membrane of different type of cells. Now we have already discussed about the sodium channel. Now we will further discuss about the potassium channel. So the potassium channel are 4 types. First is voltage-gated potassium channel or K channel. Second is calcium-activated potassium channel or KCA channel. Third is the small conductance calcium-activated potassium channel or SK channel. And the last, which is the fourth one, this is invert rectifier potassium channel or K channel. Potassium passes through or passes into the cell. Now the two potassium channels or K2P channels have two invert rectifier pores forming the leak channels. Now for the third one is the chloride channel. The chloride channel are of different types, and established channels are first voltage-gated chloride channels, which is known as CLC. The second ECLC, which is epithelial chloride channels. Then third CLIC, which is chloride intracellular ion channels. Fourth CACC, which is calcium activated chloride channels. The fifth is MaxiCIC, which is the maxi chloride channels. Sixth is CFTR, which is known as cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductance regulator channels. And the seventh, which is VACIC, which is volume activated chloride channels. Now in the gated channels, there are total 3 types, which is the voltage gated channel, lipid gated channel, and the mechanical gated channel. So there would be differences in all these 3 channels. So we would describe each channel. So in the first one, which is the voltage gated channel, it opens where there is change in electrical potential, i.e. in the neuromuscular junction. So the channel opens when there is electric potential change, as the name suggests. Second, which is the ligand gated channel, it opens when there is presence of ligand, which is the hormonal substance. So when there is any presence of any hormonal substance, which is also known as ligands, there will be opening of the channel, which is known as ligand-gated channels. The third and the last, mechanical gated channels. So it is opened by the mechanical factors. There are certain mechanical factors which would affect and opens the channel, which is known as mechanical gated channel. In next slide, as you can see, there is a figure and there are two stages in it. The first stage is in which the glucose binds with the carrier protein. And in the second stage, as you can see, there is the conformational change occur in the carrier protein in the glucose as it reads into ICF. Now, moving to the next slide, which is the factor affecting the rate of diffusion. So there are totally 8 factors which mainly affects the diffusion or the rate of diffusion, which are permeability of the cell membrane, temperature, gradient of substance, solubility of substance, cell membrane thickness, molecule size, ion size, and the charge of ion. These 8 factors may vary the rate of diffusion of any cell membrane. Thank you.